Welcome to my channel Tools for Ascension by Wolfgang. I'm Wolfgang and this is Kirstie Lauren.
Hello.
Kirstie is a light worker, does the whole 9 yards. She's a great seer, does light language, does this Buddha purification and so on. She can see stuff, that most people cannot. And today we will be talking about the water element. See how it's affecting us, how we are affecting it, the karma with it, and clearing, our relationship with it. Means clearing bad karma, bringing in good vibes, so to say. Very, very important. And so we ask that everything that happens in this session, and from this session and podcast, is going to be for the highest good, in divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Amen.
Amen.
And let's get right into it. Kirstie, what is the karmic debt of humanity with the water elements?
85%.
Now, this karmic debt, most of it, does this come from past lifetimes for humanity, or like pretty much this incarnation, this lifetime?
Mostly from this incarnation, and about 20% from previous incarnations.
Well, let me guess. So this incarnation is pretty much industrial pollution, anything from sewage to plastic and noise pollution.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So, is there a particular consciousness, that we can invoke, to apologize to this and even maybe send blessings? An overshadowing, intelligence of all the water elements. Is there something like this?
The water elementals, the mermaids, seaweed, sending love to the ocean, the lakes, the rivers, apologizing.
Yeah, let's also call in the dolphins and whales, especially the whales. They're heavy hitters. With their vibration, they can knock so much loose. They're like the subwoofers.
Like the plumbers, like the plumbers of the ocean.
Right, they just knock the big stuff out. We invite those. And oh yes, and how about the crystal water dragons? Can they help out?
Yes.
Then we ask for all the high selves of also humanity, that are aware, to send love now to the water elementals. Then we ask for healing. This may have to come from really high up, because there's so much to be healed. So from Gaia, or from the cosmos, or from Source, or ETs, whatever, the highest and best technologies or consciousness. We ask that they help now and purify, the water elements, starting vibrationally. And clear the dark emotions also from humanity that have been absorbed. And also the spells and curses and other demoniac overlays over the waters. There's a reason why the Spanish Armada sank, or why, the Huns, their Armada sank, in front of Japan. There is a reason for that. And we like to have, these memories cleared now, from the water elements, so they don't pollute anymore. We apologize, on behalf of humanity to the water elements. Amen, amen, amen. We want to be in best relationship, and any listeners, please agree to this. You can involve yourself, you can speak for your ancestors. Amen, amen, amen. Kirstie, you want to describe what you're experiencing?
There was a bunch of prickly sensations that were dissolving. I was spraying a roux around because it was quite heavy. Um, Almost like a black mist is dissolving away from like black, um, like moldy bits, almost like black mist was just dissolving, disintegrating from all the places,
Is this astral stuff or is it more particles
particles.
that have been, let's say, released through flying objects?
Yeah, that's one. That's a big reason.
Yeah, we like to have the cosmic overseer known that humanity does not agree with this policy, that this is done, in secrecy, and if it's not for the highest good, we like to have this stopped. Amen, amen, amen. And perpetrators that do this for their own advantage, taken to the highest courts of divine justice. Amen. Agree if you want to be part of this, if you think they're misusing the stuff. But it's always, it's not us making the judgment, it's the highest courts of judgment making the judgment. We just calling the cops. It doesn't look right. Now, does the high self say that maybe something can be optimized now in the purification of the water or in the purification of the relationship of humanity with water?
The purification of the water can be optimized with the celestial aquariums. I don't,
Okay,
with the
are there?
celestial aquariums.
Okay, let's ask. Is this like, so water carries memory. It's like a chip. It's very, very programmable. Ask whether these are waters that are very divine and that program, the waters they get in touch with, are they like programs of divine water, yes or no?
They are similar. Yeah, they're
Similar
similar.
functions, like holy water, so to say, of different
Mm-hmm.
flavors.
Yes.
So, well, this is up to Gaia. It's her body, and through their offerings, so she will have probably the discrimination power to accept whatever is for the highest good for her.
Mm-hmm.
If he does not, if he's not able, we ask those beings that are of highest integrity, highest spirituality, to decide, which is most appropriate for her. Amen, amen,
Amen.
Do you feel that?
Ah, it's a lot lighter.
And also apply this to our own water in our own bodies, pretty please, if it's for our highest good. Amen. Are there any what is the biggest misconception that humanity has about water?
The biggest misconception is that it is not alive, that it is a commodity, that it is a thing, but it is a living, breathing, live consciousness and can be used as a tool with love to bring manifestations to life, to optimize um, your system. You can set intentions with it as you are working with it. It listens. It is very intelligent and it works with the crystal grid and it connects with the entire planet.
Yeah, so I was wondering, the awareness of water, so you can have a tiny drop, you can have a lake or river, and then you can have oceans, and then there is water all over the galaxy, all over 3D creation.
Mhm.
So, are there, let's say, if you get water from a tap, what is this when you connect with this water? Can you connect all the way to the highest water aspect? Or is it more local?
You can. It's a little less efficient. Um, the highest vibrational water is activated water, and activated water can be done with intention and it can be done through different processes as well.
Yes, so then here we go. So there are people that promote energized water. That has been done in whirlwinds or and run through a kind of a chaotic thing, like spring water would over rocks. hmm And it's supposed to make it more liquid. There are people that use it, with shungite, to create those fullerenes. So, and then there is blessings, and I use the divine symbol, to soup up my water. And you can run chi into this. Um, so, according to your high self, what is the best method, to bring water into the highest consciousness? What would, and also according to your water, what would the water consciousness like the most?
Intention is best. Water quality um, obviously varies, so it depends. But the intention and sending love is the best tool. Um, Also, there's so many different ways you can charge the water. Um, crystals are another way that you said, but there's water bottles that have like little crystals, like crystal towers, sort of, that you can use.
Mhm.
Um, any way that works where you can continuously, you know, set an intention maybe daily, it will change quite a bit. You'll notice a big change. Because right now, most people are, consuming the water without a thought. And if you have that intention and sending that loving intention, you'll notice just the frequency, everything. It's huge.
Yeah, from my personal experience, so when I soup up the water, again, I have many methods. I can gulp the whole, glass, just goes down smooth. you know, the body loves it. No resistance. If I drink like nasty tap water, I barely, get a quarter down. It's like, gagging, coughing,
Hmm.
So the body reacts to it, and plus it tastes better, and it makes you, it radiates in you. It's like a little Reiki treatment or whatever, chi transfer that happens from the water. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, cool. So, soup up your water. Are we affected by dark chi in our water? Water carries thought forms, and oh God, So how about humanity in America? How much is their health affected by dark chi thought forms? Not even the chemical necessary, just the let's see, subtle aspects of water.
Um, 20%.
So that's quite a lot.
Hmm.
If medication affects you 40%, it's legal, so to say. So 20%, that's quite a lot, if you keep doing this, yeah. hmm So, bless your water, or your food, before you put it into your body. Okay. So we did a water clearing, okay. And, well, we still have to circle back, to clear the quartz. Should we do so now, or should we do so later, after touching on the other elements?
Clearing the cords can be done now.
All right. So now, we invoke the fire again. To burn away all the cords, through which our energy is being harvested, or through which inappropriate energies are being downloaded into us like a garbage dump. Also any illegal bindings, contracts and attachments, and even portals.
Something's squeaking. It just started squeaking. I don't know what it is. It's like a feedback something. Can you hear it? No? Oh, interesting.
Maybe your chip is going off.
It's like like interesting. Okay.
Not here. Ooh, that just cleared something big. Whew. Okay.
That was huge. It's still clearing.
Yeah, it's still clearing.
And the crystal water dragons are helpful. Very helpful.
You love them. Yeah, so in Hindu ceremonies, before you worship, basically, you have fire. You run your hand through the fire. You purify your aura with the fire. Then you drip blessed water on your crown chakra, and put it over your shoulders. That's a purification. Also, you drip it on your hands, and you drip it on all the spiritual paraphernalia you're using. Let's say if I would use a crystal as a healer, I would put divine water on it. That's their style. That's how they use water, blessed water. Oh yeah, okay, blessed water. There has been also falsely blessed water. You think it's blessed water, but some, dark magicians has reversed it, and so it's used to siphon your energy, establish cords. Also in potions many times, you get a drink that's cursed, water has big memories. That transfers easy. So we like to have those things clear too, pretty please. From us, from our ancestors, and where we and our ancestors did this to others too. Please clear all this nasty stuff, pretty please. Amen, amen, amen. You look like 5G, like Yeah, the power of intent to none of dragons, huh?
Wow.
You done with the chords now?
80%.
Then please continue to finish and clear any resistances, that, towards clearing the chords too. This could be backup system, contracts, vows, and other cacamania. Clear that. Whoa. Ooh. There's a lot of, and clear all the veils, and cloaks around, any more cords. Clear the secret stuff, pretty please. Let's get the wand involved here. You had your eyes closed. I'm using the wand, you're using the selenite.
I just grabbed it, I opened my eyes, and we're both doing the same thing.
Okay.
98% clear, there's 2% stuck.
Okay, is there something that we need to know or do to clear those stuck 2%ers?
Yes. There's a lot of spirits that need to be looked at.
Human or others?
Others.
How many ballpark?
Billions.
Whoa, alright. Well, let's just talk to your high self before we have billions of spirits, flocking us like a swarm of bees. So, what's the deal with those spirits? Did we trap them? Did they get trapped? What's going on?
They were misguided
By
darker energies to break chains, to break systems. And so these have been bottlenecked with the cord clearing, so they need a higher, more dragon support.
Okay. So these were light bringers that got compromised? The ones that, supposed to, break down the Saturnian structures, or were those, I'm not sure.
They were foot soldiers sent to disrupt. So
disrupt, saboteurs.
Yeah.
Okay, but the minion, basically control taken over many times by technology. Is that correct?
Some by technology.
Some by deception, greed, and so on. Okay, so let's see. So we call on all the dragons that are of love and light, or that can handle this for the highest good, at least. So can the ultraviolet dragons handle that?
Some, the rainbow race dragons, the crystalline dragons, and silver Arcturian dragons.
Let's also, call on all the councils, of love and light, like the Arcturian councils, the Lauren council. You know? And who else is there?
Syrian Council, Andromedan Council.
There we go. And also Source. You know, we asked that Source keeps an eye on it and steers us also into the perfect direction. Please, clear these, misguided and stuck, spirits that are trapped there. And protect us from the onslaught and revenge of the dark side. They probably don't like what is happening, losing their resources. So we like to be protected, we like to have guards, we like to have camouflage, we like to have all kinds of protections. Make them too busy to even think about us. If they try anything, you know what to do. We also asked for the mineral kingdoms to be purified and to work with us here. The elementals. Clear all their baggage, emotional baggage, mental baggage, misconceptions, pain, karma, vows, spells, curses, other entanglements, whatever karma you accumulated being involved with this. And clear also by the grace of Source any dark contracts that have been done. So how much is still left? About
85%
is still left, so that didn't do much. Well, ask if this is natural, if this is just a question of time because of those huge volumes, or is there something we gotta do or now or see?
It's a huge volume. There's just that it's a huge volume.
Okay, so we can just move on. So we asked, please continue till finish. And ask, how this is going to affect mankind, from now on. So the thing is set, more people will probably vote, so what to expect?
Feeling a lightness in the rib cage and the spine, and almost like easier to breathe.
More floating, more floating.
More floaty.
How is it going to affect humanity, visibly, like in the 3D?
In the 3D, there will be a clearing in the sky. Clearing in the sky, the particles. You'll see more crystalline codes come through.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. We appreciate. We thank you all for being here. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. You can run this on loop, at night, all through night, right-clicking it, on YouTube at least, and get a deeper purification probably. Kirstie is available, for private sessions and courses. The information material, is of course attached. Same for Wolfgang. I do private session only. One-on-one, go deep, the deep dive, very specific. You will be drawn, you will know, what is best for you. Yeah, and at the end there will be more information about other videos. Don't drive, drink a lot of water, take it easy, and share your experiences, with the group, I would say. Do you answer questions, when people, write comments, Kirstie?
Yes, I do.
So there you heard it. If your questions are intelligent, I answer too. So take advantage of that, and plus you're sharing with other people, so you're not alone. Maybe your neighbors don't think, as you do, but probably people that watch our stuff are closer to you. So we love you a long time. Namaste.
Namaste.